There are moments in life when your heart feels shattered beyond repair. You wonder if you'll ever smile the same way again. You wonder if the pain will ever fade. But what if I told you your healing doesn't begin when the pain stops? It begins when you stop resisting Allah's plan and start trusting it. What if I told you that the pieces of your broken heart are exactly where Allah wants them to be, because He is shaping something far more beautiful than you can imagine? Stay with me, because this is not just about patience. This is about discovering that your heartbreak is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of His mercy unfolding in your life. When you're in pain, it's easy to believe you've been abandoned. You pray, but the tears keep falling. You beg for answers, but the silence feels endless. The truth is, Allah's silence is never absence. It's preparation. Every delay, every closed door, every heartbreak is a thread in the divine tapestry of your life. Just because you can't see the full picture yet doesn't mean there isn't one. The same Allah who wrote your pain has already written your healing. Your heart will heal the moment you surrender to His wisdom, even when His wisdom doesn't match your understanding. Sometimes the hardest part is letting go of the picture in your mind of how your life should look. You think you know what's best. You think you know who should stay, what should happen, when it should happen. But what if Allah removed that person because they would have broken you more? What if He delayed that blessing because your heart wasn't ready to carry it? What if His no was actually the most loving yes to your future self? The sooner you trust that His timing is perfect, the sooner your heart will stop fighting the very thing that's meant to save it. Pain changes you, and Allah allows it too. Because without pain, you would never discover the depth of your faith. You would never learn that your strength was never in people you leaned on, the plans you made, or the dreams you built. It was always in the one who never left you for a second. When you put your trust in Him, your pain transforms from a prison into a passage. And in that passage, you realize that healing doesn't mean going back to who you were. It means becoming who you were meant to be all along. You may be asking, but why me? Answer is simple yet profound. Because Allah knows your heart. He knows its capacity to grow. He knows what it needs to detach from the dunya and attach more firmly to Him. Every heartbreak has a hidden mercy, and sometimes that mercy is that it strips away everything temporary so you can finally hold on to what is eternal. Your heart will heal not when you get what you want, but when you realize Allah has already given you what you need Him. Even in the darkness, remember that Allah has never left you. Your story is still unfolding. Every pain you have carried, every night you have cried, every unanswered prayer, it's all being gathered in the unseen. Allah is arranging the threads in ways you cannot comprehend right now. You might feel that nothing is changing, but silently your life is being reshaped for something you can't yet see. Your healing starts when you stop demanding to understand everything immediately. Sometimes the greatest act of faith is to let go of the need for answers and simply trust that Allah knows. His plan is not delayed. His timing is not flawed. It is us who rush, us who panic, us who lose patience. But when we let His plan unfold at its pace, we find that every moment of waiting was preparing us for what was coming. The people who left, the doors that closed, the prayers that seemed unanswered, one day they will all make sense. You will look back and whisper, Alhamdulillah. You will realize that if Allah had given you what you wanted when you wanted it, you wouldn't have been ready. But He made you ready first. Every moment of waiting is a lesson. Every tear is a seed for future joy. And every no is paving the way for a greater yes from Him. Your heart will heal when you stop replaying the past and start looking toward the future that Allah is building for you. Regret keeps you chained, but trust frees you. The Prophet ﷺ said, if you put your trust completely in Allah, He will provide for you as He provides for the birds. Birds don't stress about the next day, they just fly. Trust is like wings for your heart. It lifts you above the pain and lets you see the bigger picture. Pain often blinds you to the blessings that still surround you. While one part of your life feels broken, there are countless other parts still working beautifully. Gratitude is the bridge between heartbreak and healing. The more you thank Allah for what you have, the lighter your heart becomes. You realize that even in loss, you are not empty-handed. You are still held by the one who never lets go. When you trust Allah's plan, you also trust His timing. Healing doesn't happen overnight. It's a slow process, like a wound closing. Some days you'll feel progress. Other days you'll feel like you're breaking again. But every day you choose to rely on Him, is a step toward peace. One morning you'll wake up and realize your heart feels lighter, not because life suddenly became perfect, but because you learned how to rest it in His hands. And here's the truth, your heart was never meant to heal on its own. You don't have to carry this weight alone. Hand it over to the one who shaped your heart in the first place. Tell Him your fears, your confusion, and your pain. Trust that He hears you, loves you, and is already working on your story. Healing begins the moment you say, Ya Allah, I trust you more than I trust my understanding of what's happening. That's when peace starts to settle in and it never leaves. When you look in the mirror, you see the person who has the power to change everything. If today's message spoke to your heart, don't let it end here. Subscribe to Mirror Motivation right now, because every day we're here to remind you that you are stronger, braver, and more capable than you think. Tap the like button, share this video with someone who needs this push, and drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear your journey. Your story could be the spark for someone else's breakthrough. This is your moment. Join the Mirror Motivation family today, and together we'll turn self-doubt into self-belief and dreams into reality. Subscribe now. Your future self will thank you.